I never catch your streams because you stream too late for me, but I quit my job to be here today. Okay. A lot of pressure. Has anyone actually quit recently? Has anyone ever done like the angry quit? You know what? Well, I quit. I did that, but only when I had another job lined up. That's not really the same. We're going to bring Connor in to tell us about how he just quit. Yo. What's good? Connor, right? Apparently you
Chick-Fil-A is crazy, yo.
just quit Chick-Fil-A and want to tell us about it.
So I go in for an interview.
Okay.
They don't even know what time I'm supposed to be there. They didn't work it out with their like HR people. And then they made me wait 2 months to do my training. And they're like, oh, you need special shoes. And I got the shoes and I got all their fancy uniform stuff.
Did they make you buy that stuff out of pocket?
They made me buy shoes.
Okay.
My entire job, I standed in front of the drink machine. I just stood there. Dr. Pepper would flash up on the thing. I just had to, then Dr. Pepper, and I handed it off. 6 hours a day. You don't get to sit down, put an AirPod in, nothing.
Can I have a follow-up question? I'm actually curious about this. You're not being serious about your job as only Dr. Pepper, right? Like there can't be...
No. They let me do Coke and Sprite, too.
Okay,
that's
so
literally all I did.
Okay, I was like...
I was going to tell the manager, hey, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Because this is miserable. But I'll be honest, it wasn't my finest. I just didn't.
For anyone that like passionately quit, your story is more that you just one day didn't show up. You're fucking done with it.
Oh, no. I was passionate about it, let me tell you.
Now they're scrambling this day to figure out where the Dr. Pepper is.
Yeah.
How are things now?
My manager also goes to school with me, so, he wasn't pleased.
So you saw him again afterwards?
Oh, yeah. I see him every day.
Okay, that's kind of different. Because you just made that guy's day shittier.
He didn't care. There's 130 people that work there.
He's obviously extra stressed that day because one of the people no called, no showed. And then you see him the next day. No, you can't have 130 people at one location. What are you talking about?
No, there was mad people there. I don't know. There was a lot more than where I'd ever worked before.
Is this a real story?
Previously, I'd only worked at a car wash. It felt like a lot.
Well, you said you got a new job. Where are you working now?
Back of the car wash.
Thanks for the story. Anything else you want to say?
As the newly elected president of Taiwan, hope everybody has a good day.
I don't know that he truly is the newly elected president of Taiwan. An acquaintance of mine did the same no-show maneuver, but he was a high school math teacher. No sub, no notice, just didn't show up to class for months. Hey, big guy, I quit my job in the heat of the moment. Tell us about it. You, Dari? What happened? Oh, you were in an escape room? So you quit an escape room.
Yeah, so this was when I was working in college.
Okay.
I found an escape room. I hadn't met this owner before. They seemed pretty nice in the beginning. It was an older, I think like 60s white.
Okay. You don't have to dox them. 60s white.
I might.
And here's their address. Okay.
The most annoying part of the job was maybe because I knew the answers to everything. It was like I was backseating the escape room game.
What's your chat name again? Let me just check to see if you do this off the clock. Okay.
I watched you bounce the ball for like hours. I didn't say anything. I promise.
You're saying Poggy's the ball. I'm seeing you talk a lot about my hair. Looks like I have a toupee on. All right. You know what, though? I'm looking. You mostly are an I can't Omega Lol Poggies guy, which is kind of the goated chatter.
You know what? I do have one thing to say, though.
Yeah.
I got timed out one time.
No, I see. In October, you were yelling at Yeti, scam bro, pay me at Yeti, pay me scammer at Yeti.
Sorry, Yeti. I feel bad about it. I think about that often. He timed me out for 8 minutes, and I sat in my corner, and I was sad. So essentially, as I get more comfortable with the job, I kind of talk to the owner more because it's a pretty small business. The owner started sharing more about their ideals and what they believed and things like that. And it started to get a little weird. So I won't say, but one time a group of, just different people came in and they said a little unfriendly things about them. And the entire time I was doing my job, I was trying to be very professional.
No.
They were getting too comfortable, if you know what I mean.
Right. They're assuming that you're cool with this.
Right. The tipping point for me was one time at work, I think my phone was broken at the time. So my mom had left a message with my boss.
Okay.
And my mom has an accent. So when my boss came to relay the message to me, they tried to mimic my mom's accent.
No! What? That's crazy.
I think after that, I was just in a bit of a shock. You know, I was like, did that really just happen? Like, I didn't know. So after that, I went home and then after like really stewing in it, I actually really got angry just at home.
Yeah.
So then I ended up just typing this whole email and I just quit in the heat of the moment, just at home. I didn't really want to confront them.
Okay. What I'm hoping for is maybe this person has an ounce of like, I like that employee. I must have fucked up. Maybe I learn a thing or two. I'm just hoping this person learns something. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. How are you doing now? Where are you?
Good.
New job?
Graduated.
Okay, graduated.
Now
okay.
I work in commercial real estate now. So
hi. Okay. Okay,
well, it's not great. Okay, it's not great. It's also a really interesting space because they want us to come back into the office and we're actively against it.
It's funny
it's like,
to work in commercial real estate and not want to go in the office because that is
right.
the whole reason. Appreciate you sharing that story and thanks for being part of the chat.
Yep, thanks. All right.
Later. Someone working in commercial real estate day in and day out trying to get clients to buy office space while also personally being like, fuck this, I don't want to go to the office. That is magnifique. Yo. Hedge.
Yo.
How do I say your name?
Hedge?
Hedge, okay. What's up?
Yeah, I got a crazy story for you.
Okay, all right.
The company I quit from, like confrontationally, hands down,
okay,
was my dad's.
Oh shit.
After high school,
yeah,
I was a bit of a buster then. You know, it was right during quarantine.
Sure.
I was like,
not paying attention.
I'm gonna play
games.
PoE instead of doing all this. Yeah,
PoE. Oh god.
Well, okay. Why do you think I was doing bad? So I go in to this new role after working on the assembly line.
Okay.
And I go into customer support for that. It's super easy. I just sit at a chair all day and go like, and do nothing. But there was two other guys in there before me. The manager was like this, this like middle-aged guy would come in, and he was so friendly with the other two, and then he would like look at me with like hatred in his eyes every time. Oh, I love playing like EVE Online. Have you guys played Hades? And I'd be like, I have, and he'd look at me like he wanted to kill me.
Why?
I don't know. I wasn't part of the crew. I couldn't hang with them.
Why? Is there no reason? You have
no, genuinely. First day I comes in, this guy just has loathing in his heart.
And these people have worked there a long time, and you're new.
Not even too long. It's only been they've been there like 3 extra months than me. The company like changed hands, so I don't even have a foot in the door anymore. I can't go, oh, Dad, please help me. I'm being mistreated. It's like some new guy, some dude who ended up being a criminal later, which was crazy. Okay. So he just yelled at me from his office.
In front of other people.
Walk over there. Yeah, in front of other people. I have to walk over there.
Okay,
be like,
that's weird.
I'm like, okay, I need to do a vacation, take some time off. I'm going to do a 1-week vacation up to see my grandma in Canada. He's known this for like months.
Sure.
Day before, he goes, hey, you can't go anymore.
Oh.
Just flat out, he's like, no, you can't go anymore. And I'm like, oh, why not? He's like, I think it'll be a busy week. It's never been a busy week.
It's gonna be a busy week for. All right, dude's power tripping. Okay, dude is power tripping in some way. Okay, obviously he didn't like you for real, and he's power tripping.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, man, I got it. Let me do a few tickets first. We'll keep going. And so I go there, and I'm having like my shower argument where I'm like, oh, I should have said this, should have said that.
Sure. Yeah.
This dude's like 20 feet away from me. I'm just gonna go get him with it. And I go over there, and I'm like, knock on his door. He's in a meeting. He's like, give me a second. I just open it. I have vacation hours that have been slotted and timed in. You come to me saying, oh, no, you can't do it. Why? Why do you hate me so much? And then he's just like, this isn't the time for this. This has always been your whole problem, is you're not here to mingle with the company culture. What? I'm in a cubicle room literally called the cave because the lights don't work. Oh, my bad. I don't want to be one of the troglodytes in there. I'm kind of hitting this crescendo where I'm like, you're letting me go on this trip or I'm leaving. And he's like, well, it just doesn't seem like we can put you on this trip. And I said, sounds great. And I just left.
Well, okay, so follow-up question. What I was worried about is, even though I think this guy's an asshole, I was worried your dad was going to intervene and like insta-fire him or something, which is going to be...
No, he's still there. He's been like, I've heard recently, this is kind of recent, I've been out of that job since August.
Uh-huh.
I work at, cheers to the other guy, a car wash now. Soapy Joe's, shout out.
Two
It's a
different
big
people have
chain.
shouted out their car wash
It's a big
chains
chain in San Diego.
street.
But recently, that guy, he's been like worm tongue in his ear talking about me, and he's like saying bad. I've been gone, and
I'm sorry. Your ex-boss from the fucking cave is worm tugging to your dad about you.
Yes.
That's crazy. Okay, I gotta ask you honestly, man to streamer. Can I ask you a question? I remember a story. There was a guy who was kind of senior at Twitch when I started. I'm 21 or whatever I start. Okay, this guy was nice to me. And then we played this poker game, and I beat this older guy in a hand, and I made a joke about how he's really old. I just made a joke, and everybody at the table laughed, and he smiled and did like this. That guy was so mean to me for the next 2.5 years. And so I'm asking you, honestly.
There was one day where everything was normal. It was the very first day, and I kind of took a dig at him for playing EVE Online. I said, so you never clock out, and you just go home and you go back to job 2, and they ain't paying you. And I said I didn't like Hades as much as he did.
Oh, the truth comes out. You're a Hades hating bitch, dude.
I hate her.
What is he saying to your dad?
He's just saying I hope you know your son was not a hard worker.
So fucked up. What's also funny is if that guy was trying to suck up to your dad, that also gets him nothing. So there's no gain.
There's no reason.
There's no reason other than his sheer pettiness to you. He wants you to have a worse time. Is there anything else you want to tell us, stream? Because I appreciate that story. That was hilarious.
Sub to Mango, I guess.
Amen, brother. This happened to me. Again, first year at Twitch. The fucking VP of marketing, highest marketing role, guy who didn't know what the fuck League of Legends was at a League of Legends based company. I had a typo in a tweet. He was like, you know what you should do? He printed out the tweet. He was like, you should print out the tweets and take a red pen and go over them for grammar before you post them. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about, bro? That shit pissed me off. You sound like you've gotten over it. I'm over it. I'm chill. I didn't even I almost barely remember the story. This guy, I'll just tell you, he made a fucking boatload of money when Amazon bought Twitch. He stopped coming into work. He would come in 2 days a week. This is well before COVID. He just didn't show up. It was just him on Facebook of him traveling around in all these beautiful locations playing banjo, just during the work week. Another guy in the VC. All right, let's join him. Let's see who we got. Sad.
So my name is Sod.
Sod.
Every time you have called out my name in a sub notification, you say the sad salmon. Just want to set the record straight. My name is Sod.
Everyone type Sodge.
So last year, I graduated from film school. One of the film professors at our school asked me to be a cinematographer for her feature film that she's shooting this summer. Do you want to be the assistant director? And I was like, fuck yeah, a feature? I've only done shorts up to now because that's what we did in school. When I read the script was bad, but that's fine. I get bad scripts all the time. Notion that I was
I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you off, and I'm on your side on this, but you are 1 year out of film school, and you're saying I get bad scripts all the time like you're fucking Tom Cruise after 30 years in the industry, bro.
I'm happy to work on a bad script.
Okay.
That's totally fine.
Okay.
I'm not prejudiced against it. Oh, by the way, the director, who's a professor, also was the main character. She was acting and directing in yeah.
Is this a real passion project for her? She wants to.
Oh, this is a real passion project for her. When you're making a movie, the most important thing in advance of you shooting is preparation. You want to know what you're doing every day. So she had 5 days in between every weekend to prepare and make, most importantly, shot lists and blocking diagrams. Here's the scene. These are the shots I need. I never got that.
Did she know what she was doing and was lazy?
She's a film professor. She teaches. My opinion is that she was lazy. And here's the thing, not having the shot list made it really hard because then we were planning during the day and then wasting a bunch of time.
Burning a bunch of your day, yeah. This is so funny because this is all for her.
Yes. So she was basically listen, the reason I don't do shot lists is because I like to get my blocking from the actors' natural performances. She can call that a creative choice. The truth is that it's just wrong.
Chat, the reason I don't plan my streams ahead of time is because I like to get the natural riff off of what you guys are saying. Okay, what I'm also interested in though is she's the lead actress of this movie. Mm-hmm. Is the character she's playing based on her? All right.
In the script, she used to teach at a college, at a film school. And in the script, it says she was fired, and it's heavily implied that she was fired because she slept with a student.
That's crazy.
So there were 2 other actors who were in the shoot. There was 4 main cast, including her.
Okay.
And these 2 other actors played like a married couple. At a certain point, we noticed that those 2 actors were like low-key basically fondling each other on set. Like before a take, we noticed the guy slap the woman's ass off camera for no reason.
Can I just say though, it sounds like you are trying to be professional and make a movie, and everyone else involved has different goals.
The actor specifically, yes. The director, I shit you not, looks me dead in the eyes and says, "Oh, they do that to stay in character." And when I protest that bit, she basically looks at me and says, in different words, "Stop being so woke." The Monday after this, I emailed the producer. And that Wednesday, I get a call from the producer, and she's like, "Okay, so I talked to the director, and we're going to be wrapping you as our assistant director on this production," which is, a really nice way to say you're fired. So I do a bit of fuck shit. So I take all this information and we just send it to the school. Like the email
To the school? What do you mean, like all of it, like to the administration?
Yeah, so like multiple professors, all of our production team, the dean of the film school. I have like 4 or 5 replies. Like, "We're so sorry, this isn't how professors should be acting." And we give them everything, and we noticed that she's no longer listed for the class she was supposed to teach in the fall.
Oh shit.
2 weeks later.
That is insane. That is an insane saga. And so she's gone from the school.
Presumably.
And you are going to find us the movie.
I'm going to do my best. Thanks for listening to my bullshit. Sub to Atrioc,
Amen, brother. One time in film school, we put a hot light too close to a pipe and it burst, flooding the whole room and covering us in gallons of liquid shit. Poop aside, it was an insurance nightmare and the worst day of my life. Film school is fun. That's crazy. That's like a real fucking crazy story. I ghosted my boss after I found out she was paying me well below minimum wage. How do you find out about that? Oh, you didn't know what minimum wage was. Oh, that's crazy. So like first job, you're like, "Oh, I'm getting paid pretty well. I'm getting $5 an hour." Oh, 5 whole smackaroonies. H-Rock, I danced for less than a year before getting second on America's Got Talent. And then later I performed at Trump's inauguration. What? Someone said fired from Skibbity? Wait, what? Were you actually working on Skibbity Toilet? Yo, is this a joke or real?
I'm pretty sure Skibbity Toilet is made by one guy. It's a joke. Is it funny? Is it funny?
No, it's not funny.
Gillidan, you got it.
Gillidan, okay. Gillidan, you are a professional dancer?
I was. I mean, I'm still open to it. It's a
Okay.
weird, complicated history.
How'd you get into it?
I was a big gamer. We're going the fun route. I was a big gamer, played a ton of World of Warcraft, and it got to the point where my parents were fed up with it and said, "You got to do something."
You
This is
chose
right
acting
when.
out Native American silhouettes.
So I ended up going to the first dance studio like right down the road that popped up on Google. We get to like the new season. I started like partway through in one of the recreational classes.
I'm sorry.
There's a new season.
Is this school
of,
attached to the silhouettes? How do you go from the school to the silhouettes? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the transition. It goes from one hip hop class a week to hip hop, tap, ballet, jazz, lyrical.
Wait, can I ask you a question?
It's
You have the stream open,
yeah.
right? The stream open. Have you seen yourself? Do you recognize any of these silhouettes?
I don't
You're
remember
this
which
guy
one.
right here?
One of them. Yeah. If you go, there's for auditioning for America's Got Talent, there's a pre-audition before the first filmed quote unquote live shows go up. We stand there, we ask questions back and forth, and he like hands them a CD and says, here, just watch this. And then that's our first audition. We get through. This is before we like coined the name Silhouettes.
Well, you guys
like, really
created it there? You weren't invited to join it?
After they move on from that audition into the first live show in Minneapolis.
You go backwards in time. I want you to answer my question.
I'm getting it.
Every answer to my question, you have to go further backwards. Tell me more of your story. I want to know what is happening. How did you join the Silhouettes?
Yeah. So the studio did competitions. Silhouettes was like a mini group of the studio after they do their first TV audition in Minneapolis. This is dark. This is the day after my grandpa died. I get a call from my director who invites me to join the group. We're going on AGT, and there's a stack of paperwork associated. Do you want to join? Yes or no?
Okay.
I needed a win. My grandpa just died.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so you do ADT. It goes well. You get second place. You're feeling good. Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Later, you get the offer to do Trump's inauguration.
Oh, you need the drama first.
Do I?
Like 60 people that go out and do AGT and whatnot. 40-something kids. The rest are chaperones.
Okay.
It's dance mom time. Having gone out and performed
the
on
Silhouettes
national
is
TV.
mostly kids. You're not the only kid.
All of us under 20. The youngest was 3.
There's
like,
a 3-year-old
all
in the Silhouettes?
kids.
Okay, so
well, she's not 3 anymore, but yeah.
I understand how time works. Okay.
We have a couple of months where the director understandably is like, look, you guys got to get back to doing schoolwork and stuff. We'll pick it up in a little bit. 2 of the moms, who are now unaffectionately nicknamed the Beavers in the studio, do a business proposal because they were always chattering. They have a business proposal.
Do beavers chatter?
I guess so. The director came up with it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, they propose. They take over the business piece of it, creative
So they're
work.
turning it into a business. They did well at ADT, and now a couple of crazy moms want to like make it more legit and make money off of it.
We end up going from AGT. We took a month off of school to a gap to performing like you're here 3 days, you travel 3 days, you're back in school 3 days, you're gone another 3 days, non-stop from about January to April, give or take.
Okay, I listen.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to get at here is there was a line that you told me at the beginning that this ended up with you getting fired or the group dissolving. And I'm just trying. I want to understand because I feel like you've given me a lot of context.
Yeah,
and I actually am fascinated by it, but I want to get to that point. I want to understand.
Yeah. The studio as a whole falls apart after a heated dispute between a director and one of the kids. A mainstay of like the entire studio. He gets fired. Yes.
When you say a dispute between a director and a kid, that leads with the director getting fired. What?
No. The kid got fired.
I'm sorry. Oh, the kid got fired. Why are directors and children beefing?
Some of it is personal.
Why are you giving me every single detail of like the staffing at the school in the lead up to you getting hired, and you are glossing over the director and the child fighting? We'll skip over that.
Some of it's personal. It's one of those like proxy children thing where it's like, oh, he's my son, but he's not.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, it's madness. It's in like.
But how do you end up leaving?
Yeah. So after this,
okay, all right, let's go.
After the studio starts splintering,
okay,
what ends up following is there's a big lawsuit between the moms and the director after she kicks them out.
Okay, so let me see if I'm following. The director gets in a fight with one of the dancers, kicks out this dancer. The dancer's mom, furious. Okay, all of the moms in general are furious at the concept of the director kicking out a dancer.
All the dancers were furious.
Everybody's mad at the director. The director owns the thing, can't be kicked out. There's a fight.
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me what happens? Okay. So then everything splits in two.
Half the studio goes over on one side and is making a not Silhouettes thing. The director still owns and
owns the
ends up
silhouettes.
proving in court.
Yeah.
Owns silhouettes. Yeah.
Okay.
To prevent the kids from being part of that like legal case.
Yeah.
Basically, Silhouettes gets disbanded temporarily, and then after this legal stuff gets settled, reforms again with like.
Did you join the reformed group?
Yes.
Okay, so are you still dancing for the Silhouettes?
I'm willing. So it's a
Okay, so let me summarize the story that I think I understand. I just want to make sure I get it. You were playing World of Warcraft. Your parents made you do something. You said they have to do something. You chose dance because you watched Usher. You joined a dance class. After 6 classes, you get invited to join the Silhouettes. It does crazy good, so you're riding high. The moms all join because it's doing well. They want to be part of their daughter's lives, and they want to blow up. Then the director gets in a huge fight with a dancer and kicks a kid out of the Silhouettes, at which point there's a mutiny. At which point, the group splits in 2, is disbanded, and then is reformed as the new Silhouettes with half the members, which include you, but you no longer dance. Unless you're asked to.
That pretty much. Thanks, man. I love you.
Peace. Much love. Drakes. Hey, listen, we got there. We got there.